Good morning, everyone. I am out here at Lake Uchi, and it is a very beautiful morning. You can see a lot of geese, a lot of birds. This is the first time of the year where I will be taking out my brand new kayak. I don't know if there's anything out here at all. It is 37 degrees, so just slightly above freezing where I'm at right now. And there's a lot of people camping. So we'll see what we can do today. I mean, if anything, I'll just get some exercise out there. I don't know if there's gonna be any fish or anything like that that will be active this time of the year. It is down south, so it's not like up north where fish would be biting all winter long. Down here, if it gets cold, fish just stay lethargic. So if anything, and I don't catch a fish, at least I get some exercise in. So stay tuned. I'll try to get some video footage of the area to see if we can just get some wildlife viewing. All right, guys. Peace. Take care. So every time I think about kayak fishing, I'm always thinking about bass fishing, and I think that's like the norm, just because we grew up fishing for bass a lot. Um, oh, there goes my paddle. Not a good idea to lose this thing. So like we do a lot of like white bass and crappie fishing, but when we first got a boat, when I first got my boat, it was used for bass fishing, and so a lot of our friends and family, we would just go bass fishing because it was probably the easiest fish to catch, in my opinion, with a boat. Crappies, there obviously is the crappie spawn. Oh, there goes a black duck just landing right in front of me. So there is definitely the crappie spawn that does happen, and then there's like the white bass spawn run that everybody goes for in the spring. But aside from like the white bass spawn and like not the white bass spawn. Yeah, well, you can call it the spawn. Aside from the white bass and the crappie spawn in the spring, it's like impossible to find them, you know, with just a boat. But when you go bass fishing, you know, they'll just be like kind of everywhere. And so every time I go fishing, and when everything else fails, like the bluegills are not biting. Oh, I wouldn't say bluegills. Bluegills are always biting. When the crappies aren't biting and like the white bass aren't biting, then it's like, all right, largemouth bass time. Let's just go fishing for something that bites. Largemouth bass and like northern pikes. And one thing I do really miss when I come down here to Oklahoma is the northern pikes. As much as you guys who live up north think it's a nuisance, it's actually a blessing that you guys have those fish, because, you know, have you ever like gone fishing with like a buddy and it's like nothing is biting and you're like, oh, just let me get like a sheephead or like let me catch a sheephead or like a bluegill. You know, you're that desperate and you want to catch them, you know. And a sheephead and a bluegill, as you know, it's an exaggeration because they're like not really predatory fish. They're not fun to catch. A pike, as annoying as it is, because when we do like competition like bass fishing or like just all these crazy bass fishing lures that we have, and we don't want to lose them on the pikes, as crazy as it seems, it's like when you don't have the pike, you miss it. You know, because the bass ain't gonna be biting all the time, and there is one fish that does bite all the time, and that's the northern pike. And when you don't have that northern pike, you miss him. You know. Oh, got one. All right. Why was it? Oh, I lost it. I did not expect that little slope to pull down. Either they're biting or I'm getting snagged. See, this is my first time out fishing in areas like this, and yeah, and it's because I've never had a kayak out here or a boat. We had a deep V boat about 2 years ago, but you know, it's a boat. You don't take it out to the swamp, the backwaters like this, and so you don't really get to fish these swamp backwaters. And I always wanted to come out here because I knew there were these significant areas here, and well, here I am today. Oh, got one. Fish on. What is it? What is it? Oh, it's something big. Got it on camera. What is it? Oh, it's a largemouth bass. Wow. Wow, that's pretty big. That is pretty big. Oh, it's barely hooked too. Oh no. Oh no. Let me see if I can get him in the camera. He's barely hooked. Ah! This fish is like barely hooked. Ah! What? All right. Well, that was fun, guys. That was really fun. I mean, look at that. He was barely hooked. Look at the blade and the hook stuck together. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna unhook him now? Well, that certainly is the biggest largemouth bass I've ever caught down here in Oklahoma. I mean, I wouldn't say in here in Oklahoma, in this lake. You know, I've seen a lot of small ones, but this one is definitely the biggest one, and it's the first one of the year this year. It's springtime, Definitely very, very beautiful fish. He's got some scars on him, some battle scars on this side, as you can see. Not nothing here. I don't think that's a female. Looks pretty skinny. They should be fat this time of the year. Well, anyway, we'll let this fish go. We'll show the release. All right, that was fun. Let's try to catch another one. And honestly, this was like the last spot. Oh, there we go. There we go. This was like the last spot I expected to be fishing on here. Oh, wow, guys. Wow. Wow. This thing is huge. Wow. Wow. I don't know how big this thing is, but oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. Damn, look at this. I'm gonna, I don't have a scale anymore. Just because I gave up on bass fishing. Like, seriously gave up on bass fishing. But this thing is a monster. Wow, I'm gonna like see if I can measure him on my paddle here. All right, let's see my paddle here. He is 18 inches. 19, yeah, 19 inches. This thing is 19 inches, guys. Wow, just look at that. Like, oh, it's a big female too. Like, I've never expected this kind of fishing here. I always thought these fish were small. We were just fishing the wrong area for them. All right, well, let's slowly let her go. Look at that. That is crazy. Let's try to catch another one. Impossible. Oh, there goes a big bass. Just yeah. The third one. Oh man, guys, this is phenomenal. I don't know why I decided to throw. I was out here looking for ducks. This is a smaller guy, but I was out here in this bag wire looking for ducks because I was like not sure what I was doing. First time ever gonna be fishing out in this Lake Uchi area, and so I was looking at some black ducks flying by, and you know, there he goes. And then I saw like a bloop in front of me, and I was like, that looks like a bass. Didn't look like a carp. I decided to take a few casts at it with a Shad Rap. Didn't get much out of that, but you know, luckily I had this spinnerbait that was just kind of sitting in my tackle box. Like an ancient spinnerbait from Walmart. And here we are catching fish, you know. They're definitely attacking. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like aggressively chasing it, but they are attacking my lures. And I've caught 3 so far, 2 that are like probably in the 3-pound range, and that one that was like 1.5 pounds. But that second fish was definitely really big.